head down to New Orleans for Super Bowl 58. It's NFC Championship time. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
They'll begin on the ground with Evans.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Again, a run with Evans.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 24 yards.
Press coverage on the outside of the defenders. That's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got it. The tight end, Allen. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here in the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
On the counter, it's Evans.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Allen's got it complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Evans has it left side. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. 2nd and 11. Caught by Allen. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 24 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw again. This will be caught at about the 5. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Evans. Not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Roy Rosser's kick is good.
And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0.
Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Prescott.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 36. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game.
They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Evans running straight ahead.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this 2nd go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down.
So out comes Justin Rohrwasser in the field goal unit.
He connected on his first, this from 41.
Rohrwasser's kick is good.
And that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
That's interference for the defense.
That too.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, Prescott.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
To throw is Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A short gain there of just 4. That'll bring up a 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got Allen. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football.
They'll try and run for this with Evans.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Micah Parsons
from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And out now come the Cowboys.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Taken in at the 22.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Prescott from the gun. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Pollard going to try the right side, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Prescott on 3rd and 2.
Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a give here to Pollard, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Pollard again. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Prescott now. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And a second field goal here gets them back within a couple at 8-6 now.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
On first down, they'll start out with Evans.
The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Results in the 4th down.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
And he'll go right back to Lamb. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Cowboys.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. To the air again, Prescott. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll run with Pollard. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. And he lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Now Prescott. Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further. As they get him down well short of the line to gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
On is the punter, Brian Ager, to kick this one away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half. Well, the drive starts with a completion left side. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards.
And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Cowboy offense is going to head out now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
And this is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Prescott. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Now Prescott.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete here to Komet. And he'll be brought down just shy of 40.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and they'll remain 2 scores back as this holds at a 9-point advantage.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation,
it's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the Kansas City Chiefs who are heading to the Super Bowl. as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Prescott looks to throw on first. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And they turn the pick six into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upset. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19th. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing, Prescott. Step, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Firing, and Julio Jones has it on the slant.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Evans running behind center.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Rams continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long. And they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like the Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets.
Justin Rohrwasser now for the PAT.
And the lead is now 24. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10.
Prescott. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Now left side on the swing pass. Gets through, and now an opening. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 35. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Prescott.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. On 2nd and 7, Prescott, he's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory in their horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. L.A. set to take over again on offense.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll stay on the ground. Evans again.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
On 2nd down, Evans looking for space.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he stopped immediately there. One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And Cooks has it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Prescott on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. And that play, they wound up losing yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott.
Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Prescott now from the 50.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Prescott yet again.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the 1st by a few yards. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Evans gets it again on 2nd down.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Caught by Allen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Evans gets it again on second down.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
And now here come the Cowboys.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
1st down, Prescott. And his screen unsuccessfully dropped it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the draw, it's Pollard. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Evans. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 52 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ballgame.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They'll go right back to Evans here on 1st down.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Rams on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for it with Evans.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
They'll run here with Evans.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Evans.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
Only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by ESPN.
Fortnight of Super Bowl week is over, and away we go in Super Bowl 58. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 27, Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So the Rams in great position here as they get things started. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And as we know and as we've discussed here in the run-up to this game, this is history in the making. The first rookie quarterback to ever start in a Super Bowl. An absolutely tremendous accomplishment, something no one else has done. But he doesn't want to just go down as the first to make a Super Bowl. He's told us all week he's here to win it.
A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That'll be caught. It's Cup.
And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Evans will score. Touchdown, L.A.
And I'm sure for these guys, the break from the conference championship to the Super Bowl seems so long. To get out here and score that first touchdown has to take some tension out of the game.
Oh, I love the point you just made about the gap between. Think about the pressure that is built in the interim. To come out and get the first points in the Super Bowl, fantastic for the team.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Understandably, pass rushers keyed up for this Super Bowl, but you can't do that.
And let's face it, no one wants to lose one of these quarterbacks early in this game. So you know they're going to be protected by the officials.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Dancing, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
They'll begin on the ground with Evans.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the quarterbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Again, a run with Evans.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Back to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cobb. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. 2nd and 6.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They'll try and run for this with Evans.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
A give up the middle to Evans.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Evans gets it again on 2nd down.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
He'll flip this out to Evans. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Allen's got it complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
2nd and 5.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And some room for him there as they take this up to about the 15. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Got a man, that's Richie James. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And it's fielded at the 34. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this.
It's the Rams out to the early lead. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter.
Evans' fast footwork, and they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Evans gets it again on second down.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
So out comes Justin Rohrwasser in the field goal unit.
From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt.
Rohrwasser's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Mahomes now to throw. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
It'll be a 45-yard run, couple that with a loss on the return.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The Rams on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. Evans running straight ahead. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run on first down with Evans. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. They'll look to run with Evans. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Chiefs offense ready to go again. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes got his man complete over the middle. It's James. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl.
A gain of 22.
First and 10.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Mahomes' throw complete there to Moore.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 33. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he'll just get rid of it. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good-size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Pass caught. It's been Skoranek.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
On third down, it's Evans.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll go again here with Evans.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Allen. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Evans running behind center.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Evans gets it again on 2nd down.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to show that sack carried out in just 2.5 seconds from beginning to end.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9. Mahomes. James has got it. Complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James.
And he will have a Chiefs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 34.
It would be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball.
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On first down, Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Rams.
Hands it off out of the gun. Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Mahomes now on first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Straight ahead, it's Evans. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 64 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Now a throw here, hauled in. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll look to throw now on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 11 more on that one and another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone.
Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the decision to throw the flag, a good one by Andy Reid. On second down, Evans looking for space.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on third down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Chris Jones, his second sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him.
So out comes Justin Rohrwasser in the field goal unit. They'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Rohrwasser's kick is good.
And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
They go play action here on first down. Jones has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back to throw now on first down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium. It's Super Bowl 58.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Looking to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
It's fourth down.
Rohrwasser's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
And the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
On play action, it's Mahomes.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They were trying to get it into Kelsey that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. And again, it's Mahomes.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Chiefs first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Mahomes to throw once more. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And they call it a loss of a yard there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Mahomes now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
2nd down and 7.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throw left side, complete to Cup. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On the give, this is Evans.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
They'll stay on the ground, Evans again, and he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They'll set up a throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Evans.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
On the handoff, Evans.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. The Rams have won the Super Bowl, and they will get the Lombardi Trophy. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.